Welcome. If you're listening to this, chances are you care about staying active, or you've had a recent reminder of how quickly that can change, often due to pain. Most people don't see it coming. They're coping, carrying on, and doing what they've always done, until one ordinary moment becomes one step too far.
Welcome to the 3 Rules to Stay Active for Life. I'm Gavin Routledge, a lifestyle medicine professional, osteopath and author. And in this podcast, I'll share a few simple frameworks to help you suffer less pain and feel more confident about your current and future health. Have you ever noticed yourself hesitating before stepping off a curb? Becoming more cautious on uneven ground, or instinctively reaching for a handrail that you never used to need? You might assume that's simply part of getting older. But balance isn't something you either have or you don't. It is a skill. And like every skill, it improves when you practice it and declines when you don't. Remember the use it or lose it rule? People often think balance lives in their ears, a sort of discrete sense like hearing or sight. It doesn't. It is not a discrete sense. It is like an orchestra. Your brain is constantly combining information from several systems, including vision, sight. Your eyes tell you, where am I? Where is the level? Where are obstacles in my field? And that's why balance becomes harder often in the dark. You can't see things. You can't see those hazards. You're not getting that input from your visual field. And it's why you're probably spending more time looking down, because vision is an important part of balance. Then we've got your vestibular system. This is the bit that lives in the inner ear. And you can think of it like your body's spirit level. It helps you understand whether you are on the level, whether you're turning in one direction or another, whether you're accelerating, tilting to one side. So the vestibular system, it consists of all these little tubes in your inner ear that help you determine those things. Proprioception. Now, this is the one that many people have not heard of, or if they have, they're a little bit vague about what it really means. So proprioception is the sense that you get from millions of little sensors that are spread throughout your body. So here's the thing. Imagine closing your eyes and touching your nose. Now, there's no vision because your eyes are closed. You're not moving in space, so the vestibular system is quite quiet. So how do you know where your finger is? Because there are thousands of tiny sensors in muscles, tendons, and joints, which are continually sending information to your brain. And the brain can then interpret that to know where your various body parts are. And this is what proprioception is. It's like your body's internal GPS. Then we've got strength. Now, strength isn't a sense, it's an output. But strength is really intrinsic to balance, especially around your hips, your gluteal muscles, your ankle joints, feet. If you've got very poor feet, so for instance, people with diabetic neuropathy, so where the diabetes has had an impact on the nerves in your feet, it's very difficult to sense. We're back to proprioception here. If you can't sense what's going on your feet, you often also lose strength and power in your feet. Then your balance tends to deteriorate as well. And if you haven't got the strength to correct yourself, balance becomes impossible. Remember our episode on strength? I think it was episode number 13. And of course, we're also linking directly to the episode preceding this one, episode 19 on power. Because when you wobble, and at some point in life you will, you don't have several seconds to recover. You need to generate that power immediately. So strength that's generated very quickly is power. And balance is partly about avoiding the wobble, and power is about recovering from it. Now, confidence is huge. It's not really an input to balance, but it's certainly a consequence of having good balance, or indeed not having good balance results in lack of confidence. And this is huge for many people. And this is where you can see the use it or lose it principle really playing out. Let's say you have a bit of a wobble one day. Well, a little bit, I'm not quite sure what happened there. I didn't feel very steady on my feet. That causes fear of falling. And because you become fearful, you move less. So your balance worsens. If you don't use those proprioceptors, they start to die off. And that means that your balance worsens even more. And because you do less, you become weaker. And so you move less. And so round and round we go. And then bringing in my other metaphor, you're gradually getting closer to the edge of the cliff. So here's the thing. Good balance isn't about never wobbling. It's about being able to recover from a wobble. Now, what improves balance? Because it's a multifactorial thing, balance, there isn't one magic exercise. You have to challenge the system. It's much like if you want your muscles to get stronger, you have to stress them to the point where they have a reason to get stronger, and balance is the same. We're back to use it or lose it again. If you want to retain your sense of balance, then you have to use it. But let's use it safely. So here are some examples. You could stand on one leg. Make sure you've got something you can grab a hold of at the back of a chair or something if you do lose your balance. So standing on one leg, as I'm doing now, is excellent for retaining your sense of balance. You can also stand on uneven surfaces, whether it's something you buy, like a wobble cushion that you can stand on, or you can stand on an angle, so a little tilt to one side. There are wobble boards as well. Tai Chi is excellent for balance. As you're moving your body through space, your body has to react to that, and so Tai Chi is good for balance, as is dancing, racket sports, anything where you are responding to an external input. So you're not so much in control of the next move, but you're having to react to something. So for instance, tennis is excellent for this. You're having to go in the direction of the ball, so you're constantly having to adjust. This is excellent for balance. You can do strength training. Strength training is excellent for balance because, of course, if you do have that wobble, it's the strength and the power that helps you to recover from it. Carrying things is good for your balance. Getting up from the floor, so get up, get down. This is why people who do yoga very consistently tend to retain good balance, because they're constantly changing their body position, moving through space, and having to maintain their equilibrium. And these are all things we cover in our Momentum program. So, if you've noticed yourself feeling a little less steady than you used to, don't simply put it down to getting older. It is not inevitable. Balance isn't something you either have or you don't. It's a collection of skills. Your eyesight, your inner ear, your body's awareness of where it is in space, your strength, your power, and your confidence all work together to keep you upright. And the encouraging news is that every one of those systems can be challenged and improved. And every small improvement moves you a little further back from the edge. Now, if you're listening on the public podcast, thanks for joining me. And until next time, keep building a body you can trust. And if you're a Momentum member, stay with me, because next we're going to look at how we assess balance, identify your weakest link, and what you can do to improve it. If today's episode sparked a shift in how you think about your body or your health, don't try to change everything at once. Choose one small action this week, something that nudges you towards staying active rather than avoiding discomfort. That's how confidence is rebuilt. You'll find further episodes exploring the 3 rules and the habits that matter most, not by doing more, but by doing things better. This program is provided for general information only and should not be taken as medical advice. If you have persistent or worsening symptoms, please seek appropriate medical guidance.